Welcome. Welcome to EFT Empowered Choices. This is Jolene Matson of InnerSightNow.com. Today's video will be the first of two videos covering the full basic recipe. The reason I've chosen to do this, when there's so much choice out there, is that there is the shortened form, which I've also made videos for, but there are components or ingredients in the full basic recipe that I think are very, very valid. Certainly from my own practice and my own use of them for many years. And I'm going to go over in this first part these different areas of the full basic recipe, so you understand that even when you're using the shortened version, that when you have experiences that are very difficult in reducing the intensity of a problem that you've had from, we'll say, from 0 to 10, with the highest being 10, and maybe you wrote your problem down and it was an 8, and you've done 2 rounds and you can't get it get it reduced, or perhaps it was an 8 and it reduced to a 6 and you can't seem to get it down any lower. So there are many reasons why we do have a block. Could be environmental, could be food we're eating, could be lack of sleep. There are a number of reasons. These components I'm talking about are useful, particularly when there is a loss of memory. For instance, in my own experience, I did not have any memory before the age of 3, so I had blocked that out. And we block out memories that are too traumatic for us to remember. We deny them, we bury them, we resist them. And so using these components or ingredients of the full basic recipe can be very helpful. Another reason is if we're working on pre-birth time. Say our mother or father gave us information about the 9 months in utero, and we want to do tapping on that. Then knowing some of these components is very, very important and very helpful. Another area is that if a client or if yourself, if you have had years and years of child abuse, and there's been a blockage in the process of doing an EFT session and getting that intensity down, then this is also very useful. So let's cover and begin with the first point I want to show you. So the sore point is used in tapping in the setup statement. So let's find this first. Here's the end of the collarbone, okay? And when you go down an inch or 2, for me it's more than an inch, it's right here, I can feel it. Okay, it indents, it hollows. These are called the sore points, the K27, or the 27th point on the kidney meridian. This I've used for years and years. So what does it do? So you understand how important this point can be in your use of EFT. It boosts the immune system. So the immune system will begin to collapse under certain environmental conditions, meaning stress, trauma, long-term stress, not sleeping enough, not eating the proper foods, not getting exercise. So knowing these 2 points, massaging them and tapping them, can be very beneficial to a person just in everyday life. Second thing it does is it resets. When you massage or you tap these points, either one or both, they reset the electromagnetic field of your body. Then they're good for jet lag. If you're doing a lot of flights, before you get off the plane, during the plane ride, before you get onto the plane, massaging these points can be very beneficial. Hormonal changes, having hot flashes, these are very good. And respiratory problems. Now, Dawn Eden is one of my favorite teachers. She's given us a lot of information about the sore spot, but it's not new. It's ancient Chinese medicine using this K27 point. So this is used with the opening statement, even though, name your problem. Let's use the example of stress. Even though I have this stress at work, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. So, rubbing this point, even though I have stress at work, I have so much work and I can't get it done, it's making me angry, it's making me exhausted. I deeply and completely accept myself, or I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay? That's a sore spot. And that's not used in the shortened version. So, when you're doing the setup statement, which we just did now, you have a choice of tapping on the karate point right here, like that, like this. Your hand could be down. You don't need to have it visible. Okay? Or you could massage these. Now, I've been out on the street and done this. Nobody knows what I'm doing. That's how valuable these points are. Okay, so that's the first area of the basic recipe that I want to point out. The next one I want to show you are the finger points. So, looking at your thumb, the right corner, okay, is the first one. You can use your index finger of the other hand, and it could be either hand, okay? So you could go here, or you could go here. So you're going to tap there, then you're going to go to the index finger, then the middle finger, and then the baby finger. Okay? And then back, it ends up here at the karate point. Now another way to do that is easy. So you're in a meeting, you're in a business meeting, and you just feel like using these points. Tap it this way. See that? And then use your thumb. Then on your middle finger. Okay? And then on your baby finger, your little finger. And then you could just tap here with your hand on your lap. Now, that's another ingredient in the full basic recipe that I want to present to you so that you can integrate and use it in your short version as well if you get stuck. And the third component or ingredient of the full basic recipe that I want to share with you is the eye movement. There is a tremendous amount of new study and research for the last number of years that has offered a greater understanding of the link between our eyes and our brain and the brain's capacity to process trauma. Let's try the 9 steps of the 9 gamut so that you get an idea of what you're going to do in the second video. And just before we start this, when you do the eye circles, you can start at any point that is natural for you. I just started at the 12 o'clock. I'm used to doing the Tibetan eye roll, and we start there. Okay, so first of all, find this point about a half an inch behind the knuckles, or an inch behind the base of these 2 fingers, small finger and ring finger. Okay, so the point is here, but if you use these fingers, it'll be easy. So it goes like this. So first of all, we close our eyes as we tap, and then we open our eyes. Then we do hard down to the right with our eyes, come back up, then hard down to the left with our eyes, and then wherever it's comfortable for you, we do a full circle, whether you're doing clockwise first or counterclockwise. After the first circle of eye movement, you do the reverse. Then you come back and we sing, hum, not sing, happy birthday. That activates the right side of the brain. Then we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that activates the left side of the brain. So that's why this is also very valuable, because it does get the integration of the full brain working. So then you go back after the counting and do a last hum. So you could also do any familiar song that was easy for you. Doesn't matter. Anything will do. It's universal with happy birthday because everybody knows that. So now, are you ready to go? Eyes closed. Eyes open. Heart down to the right. Heart down to the left. Full circle. Take your time and reverse. One, two, three, four, five. And then you do the full sequence again of the points. Collarbone, under the arm, nipples. And then you pause and take an intensity rate of how you feel. Did your intensity come down? So thank you. And welcome to the second part. Look forward to taking you through the full session. Bye for now.